Hello, my friends. How are you? It is absolutely wonderful to see you for yet another day. Look at us. We've done it again. And hey, if nobody's told you yet, I'm proud of you. You're still here. You're still keeping up your fight. And sometimes that's just good enough now, isn't it? So today, I want to talk about something that's really been bothering me. And the thing that's been bothering me is that we really need to focus right now on being strong in America and standing up for ourselves and standing up for our neighbors and our friends and our family and all those things we need to do, those marginalized groups out there, everything in our power to stand up, my friends. Because something really troubling happened, and it happened in my own video. I reflected on a thing that I said in one of my own videos, and I realized how weak and pathetic this thing sounded. And sometimes I just sit here and I reflect on the things I say, I reflect on the things you guys say, and I try to get a better understanding of the world, because the older I get, my friends, there is one thing that I learn more and more every day. And that is that I don't have a fucking clue what is going on in the world. This is a confusing fucking place, and I just wish that one day in my life I could wake up and feel like I had a grasp, some sort of understanding of what the fuck is happening. So today we might go through quite the journey on this video. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to make one thing clear to the YouTube gods as we go through this video in hopes that they will show me some forgiveness. There are no calls for violence in this video, none whatsoever. There are absolutely calls in this video for us to do everything in our power to stand up for ourselves and stand up for the people around us. To use every American right that we have at our disposal to do the right thing. Because, my friends, that's where we're at in America. That's probably where we've always been at in America. But with each passing day, it seems that we need to stand up more and more. And our rights are sort of like vacation time in corporate America at this point. Use them or lose them, motherfuckers, and that's kind of what's going on. So there was a thing I said recently in a video that I reflected on and really thought about, and just thought about how goddamn pathetic this thing sounded. And I want to tell you guys about it, because it's really been bothering me. Recently, I was praising other world leaders for standing up to Donald Trump, and I still believe that. I 100% believe that. Always stand up against a bully. And it makes me fucking sad that I live in a country with a bully about to take the presidency once again, and I live in a country that has to be stood up to by other countries. And listen, I get it. I understand that America's got a terrible history. It's done some fucked up things. A lot of people that don't like us for very good fucking reasons. But this is the first time in my life I've witnessed something like this going on. So I want to be clear. I am proud of those world leaders that are standing up against Donald Trump. But what I realized about that statement was just how fucking weak it was. And I know I've said that a few times, but it really bothers me. We have to think back, my friends, on when this all started. When Donald Trump said he was gonna run for president, right? He comes down his stupid fucking escalator, talked about how rich he was. You remember that? I'm really rich. I don't need any money. Then he went on to talk about how Mexico is not sending their best. He's sending their criminals. And we ended up with Donald Trump. Immediately, though, after he announced that he was going to run for president, every Republican out there came out on the news, made fun of Donald Trump, says he isn't fucking smart enough to do this, he doesn't have what it takes, and Donald Trump will never win the presidency. And they should have been right. They should have been right. I don't often agree with Republicans, but that was the one time I agreed. But what we saw, my friends, was one by one, every never-Trumper Republican out there slowly but surely fell in line and started doing what they were told. Now, there's a lot of theories for why this happened. Maybe he's got information on him that they don't want out. And sometimes it's just better to get that information out and just say, hey, this is what the fuck's going on. Take it or leave it. And not let that man hold you under his thumb. But they don't have the courage to do that. Maybe a lot of people in the Republican Party did it just to save their career. They realized that so many Americans were on the side of Donald Trump when he tapped into that little hate message that he had, and they said, shit, if I'm going to preserve my career, then I must fall in line with Donald Trump. That could be a fucking reason too. And could you imagine how weak of a person you have to be to say my career comes before my country. My career comes before my dignity. It's pretty fucking pathetic, isn't it? Well, that isn't the worst of our situation, my friends, because Donald Trump got elected as president, as we know, in his first term. And he continued to absolutely obliterate the institutions that America has put in place to prevent us from ever having a king. He bullied the shit out of every institution out there. He bulldozed his way through them and did whatever the fuck he wanted without facing any consequences for his actions. Impeached twice, who cares? That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a fucking thing, because there he goes running for president again after being impeached twice, after starting an insurrection. Donald Trump was allowed to fucking run for president again, which not only means that our Republicans failed us, but so did our Democrats. Where were you? And I know some were out there fighting. I know they were, but they know the levers of government far better than I do. Why didn't they handle this? Why didn't they find a way to make it so he couldn't run again? And God damn it, if Jack Smith, I think that's his name, and Merrick Garland didn't completely fuck up too. Jack Smith's report comes out and he says, oh yeah, we had plenty of stuff we could have charged him on. It's customary for us to release this report so the American public knows that we could have absolutely charged Donald Trump. Well, thank you, Jack Smith, for your customary report. We are all so fucking relieved to know that we have elected, not we, but the country apparently has elected a man that is not qualified to be president. Legally should have faced some repercussions for his insurrection. And they just say it to our face. They say he could do it. Now what are we seeing, my friends? We're seeing first the media started to cave to Donald Trump. Fuck you, Joe Scarborough. Go down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring and then come back and yell at your own audience about how they're wrong. And we need to open the lines of dialogue with Donald Trump. Fuck you, you did it to save your own ass. You did it because all of the shit you said about Donald Trump that was true for the most part, you no longer have the balls to stand up on those things. So you did it to save your own ass. We one by one watched these media, corporate media outlets cave in and crumble to Donald Trump. And once again, I'm not accusing everybody of being in it, but too fucking many. One was too many. And then we watched, my friends, the most recent shit that's going on. Our billionaires. Now we know that Elon Musk owns Donald Trump. We know that. That's a little bit different of a relationship. I don't really know what Jeff Bezos is up to entirely. I haven't read too much into that. But Zuckerberg, what's going on with you? Now, Zuckerberg has decided that we will get rid of fact-checking on Facebook. Now, listen, on the surface, fact-checking on a social media site sounds fucking stupid. It sounds ridiculous. But because internet is fucking us all at this point, because the internet was being used to spread false information to not only American people but the world, it became a necessity to start fact-checking. And the only people that were really mad about fact-checking were the people that were blatantly fucking lying all the time about what was going on. Because any reasonable person, if they were spreading harmful information, would want to know that they were wrong. And they would want to come back out and say, holy shit, guys, turns out I'm a dumbass and I didn't know what I was saying. But people won't just swallow their pride, right, and say I was wrong. I think a lot of people would. The people most upset about that were the people that were lying. They were so mad about fact-checking. And what happened with Zuckerberg, right, is Donald Trump said he would put him in prison for life. Where are all of our freedom of speech warriors now? They're everywhere when somebody goes off on a hateful tirade threatening violence against marginalized groups, talking about how they're being censored. But when a sitting president or president-elect or what have you says, I will jail you for the rest of your life because I don't like your media platform. Where are the free speech warriors now? That is directly an attack on our free speech. Mark Zuckerberg's directly, ours indirectly, because now we got to watch what we say. Because we also face the penalty of going to prison if Donald Trump doesn't like what you say. Now, is this all Donald Trump just talking his shit to get people in line? Doesn't matter. It worked, and that's very fucking problematic. That's very problematic. So Zuckerberg's over there kissing his ass now too. What I'm trying to tell you guys is we've reached a point in this country where everyone has fallen to Donald Trump. They're all in line to do what he says. That is not what America's supposed to be. And we've now reached the point where I have to get on a video and I have to say, geez, I really hope one of these world leaders showed up because the fucking Americans really let us down. That's where we're at. Can you believe it? I mean, thank you to the world leaders, but if history shows us anything, they might fall in line to Donald Trump also. All hope's lost at that point. I need a hit. Need a little nicotine after that. Because this is very concerning to me. It is very concerning to me. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about why I decided to make this channel, all right? Because I was sick of being afraid of everything. I was sick of being a spineless coward that wasn't standing up for myself and wasn't standing up for my family and watching this whole thing happen to our country. And I'm even mad at myself that I didn't start this channel 2 years ago and start saying the same things then. Do I think I could have changed the election? Absolutely not. I'm certainly not that powerful, right? But goddamn, if I couldn't have reached a few people from my background, if I couldn't have got out to a few people, and we would stand stronger together. And I didn't do it because I was terrified of the repercussions of making this channel. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not. Okay? I would rather leave this planet standing up for myself than ever stay on it for any longer, bowing down to another man. And that's just the way I feel about it. That's not the way I'm going out. All right? But I was scared, my friends. I've been doing YouTube for a long fucking time. A long time. I'm a trucker, as you can see. There are literally thousands of truckers out on these roads that could recognize me at any fucking minute. And you know, most of them are Trump lunatics. Oh, I bet a lot would love to get their hands on me. I have talked some shit about their God King Donald Trump now, haven't I? Oh yeah, they'd like to get a hold of me. And I was scared of that. And I get real mad at myself for being scared of things. What's the worst that can happen? We all die at the end. I mean, I don't know, what am I doing? Like, am I just going to live my life in fear and be scared of what's going on and not do anything about it? And I honestly believe a lot of that is how we ended up with Donald Trump. This is why I do my best, my friends. I will tell you, I will always have a soft spot for rural America, the country where I'm from, all right? The town I was born in is significantly smaller than this channel. It's not even close. I'm from the fucking country, and I will always have a soft spot. But goddamn, if I don't get pissed off, they lied to me. The people that raised me lied to me, my friends. They fucking told me all this shit about being a strong man, what masculinity is, what it means to be tough. And then I watched those very same people be spineless cowards and line up to kiss the boots of Donald Trump. A vote for Donald Trump is literally one of the weakest things I've ever seen anyone do. Where I'm from, what I was told were my morals and my values was we stand the fuck up for what's right. But more importantly, we stand up for our family, the people around us, the people we love. And we've got men going out there voting against their daughters, voting against their wives, their girlfriends, their mothers, their aunts, whoever. Voting against them and saying your rights don't matter. I'm owning the libs right now. If you die in a hospital because you're bleeding out because of complications with your pregnancy, you at least get to die knowing I owned the libs. It's not a very good prize now, is it? Yeah, I'm furious today. I'm fucking mad, man. It's one of the weakest, most cowardly things I've ever seen. And I don't care who heard me say that. I don't care. I've been through it all, my friends, already. I've been threatened every way possible on the internet. I've already seen it all. It doesn't matter anymore. Because what matters is that I don't completely assist or be a part of fucking up this entire country and potentially the entire planet because some bullshit con artist lied his ass off to become our president. He's a dangerous man. He gets increasingly more dangerous the more world leaders or leaders of our country fall in line and do what he says. And that should bother all of us. Think about the things he said. He wants to be a dictator just for a day. Well, nobody's a dictator just for a day. And then he lied about that in only a way that you'd have to be a fucking moron to believe what he said. He said, I only said I wanted to be a dictator so we could drill, baby, drill. Talking about oil. You don't need to be a dictator to drill oil. Quit fucking with me. Are you shitting me right now? You don't have to be a dictator to drill oil. And that's all a lie too. Under Biden, we were drilling oil. What are you talking about? We have data, we have statistics, we have fucking numbers, and we have a lying mainstream media. And a Republican Party that all they do is fucking lie. Look, I will never, ever, ever say that Democrats are perfect, but this Republican Party's been hijacked a long fucking time ago by Donald Trump. And it's lost its fucking way. So anyways, the point is, what thing I really want to cover in this video, and then I'm going to tell you guys at the end a little something kind of personal, because you're my friends and you deserve to hear it. Okay, it's not bad, don't worry. It's just it's a personal struggle and how we can be better for that. Look, I need to get better organized too. I need to figure out how to not just be the guy standing in a semi truck yelling at my camera, and figure out how to start actually making an impact using our rights as American citizens. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm completely in over my head at this point, and it's okay. I'll learn as I go, right? But I don't know what that means. Yes, I can show up at your protest. Maybe I got to drive this fucking truck, but I'd love to be there for any kind of protest. I could go out and have conversations with people. I can do everything in my power to be even the smallest roadblock to this crazy person that wants to take over the world at this point. But I don't know what all that means, but I need to find ways to become more organized, to come up with plans, to actually start to do something. And trust me, my friends, I'm working very hard on it, okay? Sometimes I slip, all right? You guys watched me slip up a little bit last week. I'll talk about it in a minute, too. But I'm working very hard to get to that point. Because what we're lacking in this country is people that will stand up for themselves. And I'm not saying you guys don't, because I believe 100% that you do. But there's too many people from my background, my upbringing, that are refusing to stand up and say this is wrong. And I can't believe that all 5'6" of me has to be the one to do it. But that's okay. I'm here. I'll do it. But that's where I may need your guys' help. Is helping me find out ways to be more effective, helping me help you with whatever you're doing, whatever project you got going on. And yes, there are a lot of comments that come in on this channel, but there's ways to reach out to me. It's in the pinned comment. Like, I don't ever click links, so don't send me a link. I never open links. I'm paranoid, all right? but don't do that. But I gotta start finding ways to be more effective. And I really almost am at a point where I feel like I need some guidance. Like, somebody please fucking tell me some idea, something. Keeping in mind, I'm changing this goddamn truck for now. But I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I have been working my ass off nonstop for the last 2 years. And this is not a sad story. This is, about finding, like, your strength, like, to keep going, right? But I've been working nonstop. Hardly seen anyone in my life. Every day, me and this truck, we hit the road. Very, very minimal downtime. We just go nonstop. Because after Trump crashed the economy with his mismanagement of COVID, I went out of business. I was legitimately a business owner. And look, I'll take some of the blame. I was new to it. There were a lot of fucking mistakes I made too. But when fuel prices were $5, $6 a gallon, you couldn't buy a part to fix your truck because the supply chain was so fucked up, and you were paying 5 times the price for that part, and then labor, you were getting screwed on labor to fix your truck, and the freight rates went through the fucking floor. It was the perfect storm, and I went completely out of business. I still drive a truck, but I don't own a fucking truck no more, right? And my God, I had to pick myself up, my friends, and figure out what I was going to do. And we're doing it. Don't worry. Don't fucking worry. But I've spent the last 2 years of my life just working towards a very specific goal. There's branching goals off of that, but there was one very specific goal, a light at the end of the tunnel. The one thing where I was like, that's where I want to be in life. Wouldn't you know it, my friends, life works like this, doesn't it? Right when this channel started to take off, right? My first video that started to get traction, I'm like, oh shit, this channel is really growing. It's really doing a lot of things. Right when it started to go off, I was like, holy shit. Fucking, for one, it's cool that people want to listen to what I have to say. But this, my plan, the light at the end of the tunnel, the one place I want to be in life is becoming more clear now. And then one morning I got a phone call that absolutely ripped that plan out of my fucking hands. No hope to save it. Nothing in the world I could do. It was gone, just like that. Just as it was becoming clear what I was going to do. There's a reason I talk in vague terms. I have a personal life, and people watch me on the internet, and you guys get it. You understand. But that one goal I'd worked so hard for was suddenly just ripped the fuck out of my hands. You guys ever had that happen? I know you have. I know you have. And then at that time, I was like, holy shit, there's all this going on. And you guys were watching me and you're leaving all these comments. A lot of the comments you guys leave are like, you give me hope that there actually is some decency left in America. And I was like, fuck. So while I'm fucking destroying myself in the back of this truck, not literally, figuratively going through all the emotions of what the fuck do I do with my life now, I had to put on my brave face for you guys and get on here and make these videos and fucking just give them hell. And don't worry, I would lick my emotional wounds in private behind these curtains right here. And you know, every day I'm like, it's gonna get fucking better. I'm gonna feel better, and I can keep working towards another goal. Life just opened another door. That's okay. I can work towards another goal. And I'll tell you what, so far, my friends, tomorrow has not arrived yet. I have not woke up to the day yet where I feel better. But you guys are helping me. Look, I slipped a little bit last week, and I think you guys saw it. And I don't know how to feel about it. It was kind of a tough moment for me. You guys saw as I got a little bit overwhelmed by the really, really negative things being said to me by our side. And I don't ever want to act like our side doesn't have crazy people on it, because we sure do. But it got so fucking overwhelming because a few words I said got taken out of context, and I got called every name in the fucking book by our own side. And they were only able to do it by taking what I said out of context. You guys saw it happen, and I came over and I said, look, we can't fucking do this to each other. And I don't know if I was right or wrong, but it was definitely an emotional reaction. It was definitely me kind of slipping a little bit and letting my emotions get the best of me. The point is, obviously, we don't have time for infighting on our side, and it's got to knock the fuck off. I believe that 100%. But the point is, like, sometimes we're gonna slip as people. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna feel like it's completely fucking hopeless. But right now in America, my friends, it's the time to be strong for yourselves and for each other, and use everything at your disposal to be in the way of these people. Because as of right now, every other institution, organization, what have you in America has massively fucking failed us. And I don't know what the fuck to say about that. I don't have any goddamn clue. And these people that come to my own comment section and lick the boots of Donald Trump and tell us how great it's going to be under Donald Trump are not fucking paying attention. And that bothers me. It bothers me because we watched him rip apart the institutions in his first term, but then while Biden was president, we watched the Supreme Court grant him that golden ticket, that presidential immunity. Any presidential actions, you are now immune from prosecution for it, and that motherfucker's gonna use it. He's going to take advantage of that. I've got presidential immunity. And even when Donald Trump is all gone, MAGA will still remain. This has put our country in a bad spot for years to come. And that's why I felt like it was important for me to make this channel, to stand up as a person from my background that was taught every other thing to go the other way. As a person that's scared of the fucking world sometimes, it was important for me to step up. As a person that, as of a month ago, had his hopes and dreams crushed with nothing he can do about it, I'm still standing, God damn it. Help me, guys. Help me be better. Help me figure out ways I can do better and be effective instead of being a person yelling into the camera, because I've had enough of our institutions letting us down. That's what I've had enough of. And at this point, we're all we got left to stand up for ourselves. And I'm sweating my ass off. So with that said, thanks for letting me get that off my chest. Bye now.